Welcome to my YouTube channel, True Crime Stories. In this episode, we dive deep into the chilling and heartbreaking case of Amber Belulin, a bright young woman whose life was cut short under mysterious and violent circumstances. She never missed a shift. So when she didn't show up one January morning, her coworkers knew something was wrong. What began as a suspected robbery would soon unravel into a far more disturbing and personal crime. But justice wouldn't come quickly. It took months, twists, false leads, and one final phone call that would change everything. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new case. And let us know in the comments where you're watching from. Let's see how far Amber's story reaches. Amber was born on December 6, 1981, in San Antonio, Texas. The only child in a loving household, she had a deep compassion for animals, often bringing home stray dogs, cats, and even frogs and turtles. Over time, she set her sights on veterinary medicine, but first, she needed to save up for college. She landed a job at a local video game shop and quickly proved herself. Within 3 years, Amber became the store manager. By 2007, she had finally enrolled in vet school while still managing the shop. Her future looked promising, until January 29, 2007. Amber was scheduled to open the shop that morning, but she never arrived. It was unlike her. Calls went unanswered. Concern grew. So, corporate asked a nearby store employee to check in. When he arrived, the shop was dark, locked, and silent. Nothing seemed immediately suspicious. But hours later, a coworker named Giovanni returned, and what he found inside was chaos. Cash was scattered. The register was open. Game cases littered the floor. It looked like a break-in, but no alarms had gone off. Then Giovanni opened the office door and froze. There, lying on the ground, was Amber. A plastic bag suffocated around her head. Police arrived quickly and confirmed Amber's identity. At first glance, it looked like a robbery gone wrong. The safe was emptied, merchandise was missing, and thousands of dollars in games and consoles were gone. But several things didn't add up. Amber's car was still in the parking lot, doors wide open, phone still on the seat. And strangulation? That's rare in robberies. It suggested something personal. Even more suspicious, investigators believed the killer used the back entrance, a door only employees would know. That's when detectives began to wonder, was this crime of passion staged to look like a theft? Brandon, one of Amber's co-workers, was found inside the store after her death, walking through the chaos as if nothing was wrong. He claimed he hadn't seen her body, hadn't gone into the office. But that didn't match what Giovanni told police. Brandon said he showed up thinking it was his shift to open. He noticed the mess but assumed the night crew had left it. He said he didn't know Amber was even there. Police weren't buying it. Amber had complained about Brandon before. He was lazy, unreliable. In fact, the morning she died, she was planning to file a formal complaint to have him fired. Brandon had motive, access, and proximity, but something didn't fit. His alibi? Solid. Phone records showed he wasn't near the shop when the murder occurred. Witnesses confirmed it. Despite the odd behavior, he was ruled out. Detectives turned their attention to Amber's boyfriend, but his alibi checked out too. With no physical evidence, no surveillance footage, and no suspects, the case went cold. Months passed. In a desperate move, Amber's family and the store she worked for offered a $100,000 reward. Tips poured in, none led anywhere. For 7 agonizing months, there were no answers, until a strange phone call changed everything. An anonymous man came forward claiming he knew who killed Amber. He said a former co-worker, Giovanni, had approached him the day before the murder, suggesting an easy robbery. He declined. But the next day, when news broke of Amber's death, he knew. Giovanni later admitted to the witness that he had done it. Out of fear, the man stayed silent, until now. Giovanni had access to the shop, knew there were no cameras, and could have easily walked in unnoticed. But when confronted, Giovanni denied everything. Police lacked physical evidence to make an arrest, so they requested a DNA sample, hoping it would rattle him. It did. The next day, Giovanni vanished. He fled with his family to Laredo, Texas, near the Mexican border. Fearing he might cross over, police kept investigating, but hit dead ends. A year passed until they received a second, more powerful call. It was from Veronica, Giovanni's wife. Veronica revealed that after police came for his DNA, Giovanni admitted to her that he had killed Amber. She had long suspected something dark. Giovanni had been abusive, controlling, even violent. He had forced himself on her, threatened her life, and kept her silent with fear. When she threatened to leave him, he took her to a remote area, held her at gunpoint, and assaulted her. Eventually, she escaped and went straight to the police. Her testimony gave prosecutors what they needed. Authorities launched a manhunt. Working with U.S. Marshals and Mexican officials, they tracked Giovanni down, just miles from the U.S. border. He was playing a stolen video game from the shop the day Amber was killed. Under extradition terms, prosecutors had to drop the death penalty, but they moved forward. Giovanni took a plea deal. Life in prison with the possibility of parole after 30 years. In court, he claimed he never intended to kill Amber, but police and Amber's family never believed him. She trusted him, let him in, and he betrayed that trust in the most violent final way. Amber Belulin was kind, hardworking, and full of potential. Her story reminds us that evil often hides in plain sight, and that justice, while delayed, is still possible. If this case moved you, please share, comment, and subscribe for more stories like this. Until next time, stay safe and keep seeking the truth.